The gaps will appear. They don't have to push passes, and they've just got to show some patience. Try and keep the ball off the ground, commit the Fijian defenders in to defend, and they will get the points. Either that or the discipline of the Fijian team will be tested. And Chris Patterson, just a little knock to the head. But hopefully he's recovered enough to be able to close the gap just a little bit more.
So here it is again. Let's look at that one again. Down he went. He's got a swinging arm on the top of the head and ducked under it. Shot for goal coming up. He already has 2, and the one that hit the post. So just a little rub of the head, but everything's okay with the kick. 3 penalty goals now by Patterson. Beatty is off, and Jason White is coming on. So there's big White, and Beatty comes off. Jason White from the Sale club plays in England. It's the club where New Zealand coach John Mitchell used to be with.
No need to panic here, and Scotland are playing the percentage game, which they didn't really treasure and do so much in the first 40. Here's an area of concern with Greg Smith going off. Rasila, who's moved into the hooking position now. 34 years young, plenty of experience there. Has a great combination with Raronga.
And it was Sawambu who got highest there. There's a lot of kicking in this game now. Here's Nicky Little. And there's the referee's call to Rasila that he must be quicker in the throw in. Bullock is much quicker, isn't he? He was right down his line, but it's okay. Jumped there by Grimes. Taylor to Henderson, and Henderson exploiting some again rather tardy play by Fiji. They're off the boil at the start of the second half. 5 minutes gone, 14-9. Redpath turning it back into Logan. Now this is where Fiji can be dangerous, when it's broken play. And that's crossed for a try, but the referee's called them back. Do you agree with me, Willie? They're just off the boil at the moment, the Fijians. They seem to have lost momentum.
Yeah, they certainly have. The opening 6 minutes, Scotland are just doing everything correct. Just a little knock on as they've got through the gap.
But they have the brilliance in their runners to win the game from anywhere on the field. Coming in there was Asia Terry-Levu. He's the winger on the far side, the man with the bald head. And I have a funny feeling that Fiji ought to get Philemoni Delasau onto the field, because he is a marvellous runner in the thou style. And then they could flick the ball either side. Controlled by Taylor at the back, and now he goes up. He's a good aggressive player, Taylor. Last year's Scottish Player of the Season. Redpath, Patterson, Metcalf left out, Logan. Just 5 metres short. Kenneth Logan, they're driving now. Here's Tom Smith. And look at this from Scotland, Logan again. They're trying to get it to Grimes for the charge over Scotland, playing steady football. Nice work by Douglas. Here is Metcalf. That's the goal line right there. They go again. It's Hines this time. And as Jason White crashed towards the line, obstruction. Here comes Fiji. This is where they're at the most dangerous. Lingari gets it to Ilebu. Up the centre they come. That's Rui van Nijvo. And just like that, they've broken away nearly to halfway. Rauluni, Little, Maimuri. Rauluni to Fetuyaki. A big cheer goes up. But the man with them, Rawonga, has lost it. Taken away by Mather now. Advantage is over. They're running it hard. Gregor Townsend. McLaren. Now it's advantage for Fiji. Norman Lingari. Scotland are defending here now. There's the big man, Seru. Thou, and they block him after he's made the kick. Referee says that's okay. Grimes, number 5.
On his feet, let him ball.
Murray, Tony Spreadbury, the referee has said well played. Well done to you too, referee. Thou and Butha, he was taken out when he put the chip kick through. 2.5 minutes later, we've got a stoppage, but have a look at this. Well, they were committed to the tackle. I think he's looking for a Grammy. And this is the good work of Murray, the man standing up. He was the first defender there. The law allows you to play the ball. And the Scottish number 5, Stuart Grimes, was holding on, hoping the cavalry were on the way.
Maimuri has gone off now. We've got Sisakoya Mambole on. And he's very tall. He's from Nandronga back in Fiji. And this is his 22nd test, and they won't want to see Thou head off. It looks like he's seen to be hurt badly in that. Here's a chance now for the Fijian line-out to work. Now that Greg Smith is gone, their throwing is critical. And there's the pressure on Isaiah Rasila. Koli Suwambu going towards the back. They've got it, untidy though. Mosesi Rauluni. There is Rasila driving away. Fetuyaki goes over the top. Now Sisa. Now this is better from Fiji. Rauluni giving it to Rasila. And carried on by Rawonga. But across the touchline it is.
Asking the question of touch judge Paul Honus. Have a look. Right there, just touching the chalk. And referee, oh wow, coach, Fijian coach Matt McCallion. Well, he knew that he had Scotland at 6s and 7s.
Down towards a nice jump by Stuart Grimes. Taylor now, number 8. Running across field a little bit. Now it's back to Patterson from Redpath.
We spoke about the 10 minutes prior to half-time, the 10 minutes after. There's the figures for Chris Patterson. Certainly now kicking the ball a lot more than he did in the opening 40 minutes. But they should have scored the try. About 3 minutes ago, they had Fiji and all sorts of problems. The team that scores next, well, that could determine the outcome of this very important match.
Ali Ferretti Dobravato played in Sydney for a couple of seasons. So this is familiar territory for him here. Redpath. Out to Gregor Townsend, highest capped player in Scottish rugby from any position of all time. of the bustle coming here. Here's Kenneth Logan. Back nicely inside to Hines. But it's going backwards, isn't it? Redpath now. A good line-up, though. There's Townsend in his old position, but he delayed the pass slightly. Nearly got in trouble. Taylor supported by Mather. Halfway line to the left. Nice park by Smith. Redpath. Townsend. Oh, Grimes now. Bullock. Here is Scotland putting some hard running hits on Fiji. A line up to the left. There's 3 to go. Logan. Caught by 2-11.
A bit of push and shoving there going on between 2-11 and Logan. Two competitors not giving an inch. This is the reason. Wow, handbag stuff, really.
Referee, the touch judge Mark Lawrence, hopped out of the way and carried on a little bit here. Logan originally came from Stirling and then went into to Edinburgh, then found his way to Wasps in London. His wife is here working as a presenter for ITV television back to Britain. Bit of a show business wedding, that one. His wife is the daughter of Terry Yorick, the great soccer player.
How much petrol is left in this Fijian tank? Exhausted after 40 minutes. They've lost their leader in Greg Smith, the hooker. The scrum is starting to battle, and this a key component in the game, the line out.
Remy Rawonga. Very good work there by Jason White. So Scotland have sensed that line-out throwing is not so good, so they brought in White to strengthen their jumping. Redpath, he's passed beautifully off the grass tops. Henderson. Down he goes. Redpath again. Simon Taylor. Ooh, you could hear the collision there. Again, lovely passing by Redpath, and Valvao has it. He plants it, presents it nicely. Away goes Ipeli Ruivandra. Not much of the play has run Ruivandra's way. And this is Lingairi, flung in field beautifully. Now a counter-attack. Henderson. Tackler is Rauluni. In goes Grimes, 22 line there. Redpath, Patterson. It's worked well for Scotland, that combination. And that's against Norman Lingairi, coming in from the side. Interesting call there by referee Spreadbury.
Oh, I think he was hard done by. He was the tackler. Watch him prop on fullback. There he is. Well, he didn't retire. That's the reason why. It wasn't the fact that he ripped it. And the call possibly coming from the touch judge as well. But he hadn't retired before he made the tackle. Oh, and the crowd loved the fact that Scotland want the 5 points.
Well, there is Scotland saying we are playing well at this stage and we are taking Fiji on. This is a dramatic game here. Fiji at any time could break away and score at the other end. They have tremendous runners, but they're not getting the ball to play with, and you can't score if you haven't got the little pill. Hines, goal line top right. Look at the good work done by Bullock, and then Smith joins. Tom Smith getting it to his captain. Redpath goes down. Got to be a release. Hines swing it to Patterson. Dobby Barada, was he offside?